Hello and welcome. I'm Natalie. Let's talk about money. So I just got back from the dentist. So give me peace on this one. But I'm going to talk about lifestyle creep today. And lifestyle creep, I think, happens a lot for most people. Whenever people get a raise, they want to then go spend more money, and magically, because they have more money, they should spend more money. So we're going to walk through a couple of those problems that happen with lifestyle creep. So I wrote down my ideas. So I'm just going to go down my little list so I don't get too dramatic or too distracted. Excuse the face again. I just came back from the dentist, and so I'm a little numb right now. So I may look a little swollen, a little crazy. That's okay. So first, what is lifestyle creep? And so what it breaks down to is when you make more money, you spend more money. That's what it ends up being. Because if you start off making $20,000, and then the next year you make 25, and then you make 30, and then 35, and then 40, and then 100, and then 150, you start to increase how much you buy. That's the lifestyle creep. If you made $20,000 for your whole life, there would be no lifestyle creep because you're not making any more, okay? Or if you increased your income only very little over a long course of time, you would have very little lifestyle creep. And I've noticed this for myself. And it was something when my late husband was alive, we kept under control because he always made more money than me, but we always spent more than both of us ever made. So then once we got on a budget and had to get for real, we had to realize the lifestyle creep was happening and then get control of it and stay on the budget. So again, lifestyle creep is just when you make more, you end up spending more. And so when you get a raise, like this year, for my company, we, for the most part, get raises every year, basically just to match inflation. Now this year, because inflation, over the course of the last, 2 years, inflation has been so crazy, I don't know, we're not matching inflation this year. But we'll still get our standard raises. And so when that happens, if you're comfortable living the way you're living currently, like right now, I'm very comfortable. I have no needs that I can't afford. I have nothing, dramatic that I need to pay for, nothing like that. So when I get my raise, the percentage of raise that I'm getting, I'm going to try putting into my savings account. And then once it's been in my savings account for a month, then moving it to my high yield savings or into an investment account, my IRA, or I have a regular, like a mutual fund account, I don't know, actually, yeah, it's a mutual fund account. So that's my plan, is to put the percent of raise. It's probably going to be 3.5% of my salary. That'll be how much my raise is. And so 3% of each check I'm going to put into my other account so that it's being saved and I don't have to touch it. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to do it. I'll never know that I got a raise because I'm going to set it up so it's automatically going and I don't have to worry about it. And I'll never short myself because the bank or my payroll will never know that I want more money in my pocket. It will only think you got to put this 3% over here into this account. So that's what my plan is. That's one way to avoid lifestyle creep. The other thing is to remember that just because you make more money does not mean that you need to spend more money, okay? If you're used to spending $60,000 a year and all of a sudden your income raises by $20,000, that doesn't mean you have $10,000 or $20,000 more of needs. It just means you have $20,000 more dollars. So just because you get a raise for $20,000 doesn't mean that you have $20,000 more of expenses to pay for. So you can still stay on the same budget that you've always been on, and we're going to just invest or save, either way, depending on what baby step you're on. Either way, save or invest whatever the raise whatever the raise amount is. So again, mine's going to be 3%, so that's what I would put away. If you are spending every dime you make, that's a problem. And so, sorry, I'm outside, as you can see, and there's all kinds of things. My dog is playing with flies. There's an Amazon truck driving around like it's crazy out here, as always. So don't let your wants be more than your needs, because your needs won't change just because you got a raise. They will not change. Maybe if you move into a completely different position, you may need to buy some clothes, but that shouldn't affect you every month. That'll affect you once during a year, maybe twice during the year. That would affect you. So don't let your budget change because you're making more money, other than you're moving more money into your savings or into your investment account. Okay? So don't let your wants catch up to your needs or catch up to your raise. Okay? It's important to live under your means so that you always have something to live by. You always have extra to live by. You have extra to give, you have extra to share, you have extra to save, all the things. Okay? And then the basic thing is to just stay on your budget. So if you have a budget already and you're making $3,000 per check, you get paid bi-weekly. So now that you're getting a raise, and maybe now you're going to make $3,500 per check. So that extra $500 could then, on your budget, you could move that into a savings line or into investment line or something like that. So keep it disciplined, keep it budgeted. Keep it fun, of course. If you want to spend more money on groceries, I don't know, eating out, then, by all means do it. But don't be dramatic about it. If you get $500 more per check, don't spend $500 more per check. At least save half of it minimum. But I would recommend saving all of it because you've been doing fine. Perhaps you've been doing fine on your current income. So don't let lifestyle creep catch up to you so that you keep thinking you have to have more. That's something that has happened to me since my husband has passed, because I don't have him to count on to fix everything. I feel like I have to have everyone else to do everything. I don't want to fix anything. And so I call people when something goes wrong. I call people instead of trying to figure it out myself. That's considered lifestyle creep, because I used to always fix it myself or have my late husband fix it. Now I'm just calling people, spending money. Don't need to spend that money. Don't need to spend that money. Especially when I'm trying to buy my car. My car fund is growing, and so that's good. I have picked the cruise I'll be going on for my birthday, so that's good. I put the down payment on that cruise, so that's good. So, don't let your lifestyle creep catch up to you. We will get raises in April, so it's March now. So next month we'll get raises, and so I have to remember that. I have to look at my checks, see when it comes, and remember to move that 3%. And then once I get the first check with the raise, then I'll know it's coming, and so then I set my direct deposit up so that literally 3%. I can set it up by percentages, or you can use direct, like one account. I have $250 moved into that account every check. Now I can into a different account, I can do a 3% from my total income for that pay period. So that's the plan. So lifestyle creep is just basically the more you make, the more you spend. To keep it under control, you can stay on a budget. Make sure you live in a lifestyle that suits your income, basically. So spend less than you make at all times. Every day of your life, spend less than you make. And then try moving your whole raise into a savings account or an investment account instead of using it, spending it. Find reasons to waste it. Don't do that. Try moving it directly into a savings or investment account so that you have that money for you. It's all there for you. And, it's important to remember that if you wouldn't have gotten that raise, whatever money you have now that you've got that raise, you wouldn't have had that. So that you don't miss it because you don't know it's there yet. Does that make sense? So if I right now started to watch my checks looking for that 3%, as soon as it hits, I can move it because I don't need that money. I've been fine where I'm at, so I'm going to stay fine where I'm at. If you're not fine where you're at, then you need to maybe look at other options in terms of income. But if you are fine where you're at, don't let that lifestyle creep catch up to you. It catches up fast, and then you get stuck, and then you end up using credit cards, and then you end up not being able to pay off all your debt and all that. So don't do that. Keep yourself disciplined. Stay on your budget and set aside money. If you're getting a raise and you know how much your raise is, try putting your full raise in a different account, in a savings account. Or at least a percentage of your raise. Like, let's pretend we were being dramatic and we were getting 5% raises. Maybe I only put 3% into a savings account, and the 2% I'm going to keep for myself and spend it on nonsense that I don't need. People forget that stuff is not what we need. We do not need more stuff in our lives. There's no one in America that needs more stuff. There's no one. I have never met a person ever in my life that needs more stuff. Yet we keep buying stuff. So try to stay away from the stuff. So I think that's it. Is that it? Is that all I have? I think that's it. So yeah, that's it. So remember to invest in yourself today so that you can make a difference for others tomorrow. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great one. Give the video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe. When you subscribe, you should hit the bell so you know when the next video comes out. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a great one.